Yeah, everybody has to go. You like my makeup today? I like my makeup today. For some reason, when I look in the mirror, it looks a lot better. When I'm looking at it right now, it's like, I don't know, different. Anyway, I wanted to make a quick comment. Hopefully, it's going to be quick. We'll see how that goes. Um, about all this talk about the economy, holding the economy hostage, weaponization of the government. Um, and from my personal perspective, is, I don't think there's people out there, in my opinion, that don't really care about money in the sense that they're trying to give off. You know what I mean? Um, Shouting questions like that at that moment in time to people who aren't even looking at you, right? Um, it doesn't seem like that intention and that motivation is because you're worried about defaulting. And what I'm trying to say is, I don't think there's people who I don't think care about money in the same way that a majority of people care about money. Have to balance a budget, plan ahead, make sacrifices. I don't think they care about money like that. I think what they care about is destruction. And I'm very serious about that. Um, it's what's motivating people like that is something that I think about and wonder about. Is all over San Antonio, we hear about the 2008 economy. A lot of it, from the best of my understanding, I'm sure there's a lot of details, but from my understanding, it's a generality of what happened in 2008 was that bankings did a lot of high risk um, maneuvers, whether that be home loans or whatever. I'm not even sure about the insurance part of everything. I know even when you rent an apartment, you need to have renter's insurance. And you get that, I think, from a bank. Anyway, but I think that's more like a debit card, not a credit kind of thing. But anyway, I see a lot of around San Antonio, starting in 2021 and even today, so much infrastructure going on. So really, that's how we're going to rebuild after 2020? That was a big shock for everybody. Um, Unfortunately, there's a trend where there's a lot of businesses, empty business buildings all around San Antonio, and COVID just increased that. And then all around San Antonio, I see all this infrastructure, all building new homes. Who can do that? You're going to build all this stuff, you have all of this credit, and that's something the bank's going to allow you to do when we're trying to address the situation of people can build homes and make their money and do all of that like that. Are they building good homes? Are these roads that they're building, what kind of regulation is that? Because from my perspective, it's I don't have a decision, let alone a seat at the table. Here's a piece of paper of your budget and everything that's going on with you. None of that. So I'm always from the perspective from there's a group of people, I don't know what you call it psychologically, but they want to tell people what's their money, how much they have, and what they can do with that money. And I've seen it firsthand that if you get money and you spend it how you want, they can't stand it. There's going to be some sort of retaliation. So yeah, I guess that's my 2 cents about that. You know, people lose, and then so people losing homes, and then of course, what gets in the news? The banks did bad loans or high risk business. I guess that wasn't foreseeable. And then we hear about people who are retired and are getting kicked out of their homes because they didn't pay. They had like 3 cents left on, their mortgage or whatever. And then we say, oh, Obama's bad because of that. And then now, trying to recover after COVID and all of that. We're focusing on money. My husband's really good with money. Okay, he just is. He's good with money. He's good with real estate. He's good with law. And he's good at saying and sharing that knowledge. Unfortunately, recently, and again, it's one of the first things that drew me to him. You hear all this stuff on the media, and then you actually listen to what he has to say, and he has a lot to say and a lot of information to share and stuff like that. Unfortunately, now we're in this environment. You want to talk about the protection of whistleblowers? People can't say what they want to say. And if something needs to be said, then it has to be by somebody who does not have the best interest of society at heart. So anyway, I guess to kind of bring that all together, not to be so scattered, is I don't think people are as worried about money as they pretend to be. I think that's a weaponization. Holding the economy hostage, using terms like that is a weaponization. And how about we put our standards there? Not a standard of to the point where you're telling somebody what money is theirs and what they can do with it. Because other people have made decisions to build homes that shouldn't even have been built. There's no reason for it. Using construction companies that aren't efficient. Construction projects, I thought it was like on commission. You used to have to you have a job and then you get it done and then you move on to your next job and you get it done and then you get more money. It's not you get a job and then you spend a year and a half on it and you still get a lot of money? How does that work in construction? Anyway, to round that, I don't know, summarize, trying to bring everything together, that's a weaponization. That is somebody, Himsa, I'm reading my Yoga Sutras, and Himsa is a word. Himsa means violence. And when you get into the Yoga Sutras, it's all about like meditation and all of that. So Himsa can be actual physical violence and violence that you can't really necessarily see the effect right away, I guess, is one way to describe part of Himsa. But I think that's what's going on here. And we shouldn't have our standards to be like somebody in your face yelling for the sake of yelling and being in your face. And that's the goal. The goal isn't, let's have a conversation about this. Can we please have a situation where we can sit down and talk about this? That's not the goal of that. To the point of owning somebody, right? Let's not have that standard where that's weaponization, that's violence. Have it be, don't yell at the president all like that. You have a lot going on. We're all in this world together. Why don't you report on something that you're supposed to report on? You can't make money off that. You can only make money on making a president look bad, and effect of that is not giving true and correct information as you know it to be. An obvious slant and bias to it. And who benefits from that? Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I guess it's not a 2-minute video, it's another long video. That's okay, at least I have my makeup on. Anyway, I'm always from the perspective of Himsa. There's people out there, they're not motivated by money. I'm not saying that they don't want to spend it and stuff like that. Their motivation is violence. And anything that they do, I've seen it. So yeah, just want to throw that out there. And I really like my makeup today. Anyway, that's my political commentary for today. I hope y'all have a good one. I hope to talk to y'all soon. And all that good stuff.